Back in 2022, we were really miserable. We felt like we were just existing and not living. So we made a drastic decision and we sold our house in the UK, quit our jobs and bought a motorhome. We then travelled around Europe with our 2 children and had the most amazing time and made memories that we will never ever forget. But on top of the Suston Pass in Switzerland, we realised that it was time to find a base again, somewhere for the children to call home. Ireland had always felt like the right place for us, so when we found this spot on top of a hill, even though yes, it's derelict and yes, it needs a lot of work, we just knew it was the right place for us. Please follow us on our journey in transforming this gorgeous place into our new home.
So, welcome to this week on the Irish homestead here. So, the roof is done. It's finito. The ridge is on. It sounds different anyway when it's windy. You know, it's aerodynamic. Sounds good. And it's not licked off, so all the insulation's back in. And the roof, I don't know if you can even see it in the background there. I'm sure there'll be a drone shot somewhere. But yeah, on to the next section, which is the deck. So we will, while it's not chucking it down, I haven't got my marquee up. I'm just going to get cracking with it and get it on. Well, you'll see. I'll get the camera out. I'll get the camera out again in an hour or so, and then you'll see if I can just get past the doorway. You'll see. But it's all go here. This is the larch, so I need to shape it. Good thick, chunky stuff. It's over 1 inch thick. We're basically going to take I've took the metal off here. And I'll take this bit of metal off, move the cat hotel, and then basically deck it. I've got some more joists to go in, a few joist hangers. But yeah, I think we might need more, but I've definitely got enough to get us away anyway and get the door section done, which is the main bit, because weather dependent all the time. It's a bit of blue sky up there, but
It's a rare day off today with good weather, yeah, so we're going to make the most of it.
Let's move quick. If we can get the doorway done, I'll be happy. Anything else, bonus. So I might be a couple of lengths shy, but we'll see. We'll get it done. It'll look good. Not with this, because this is 3x2, but I've got some 4x2 and I think there's a bit of 5x2 over there as well. Got some normal 2-inch joist hangers. But basically, these are 9 foot long. And we only have so much of it, so I'm going to basically just put another joist in.
Yeah, because you got these as offcuts at the timber mill.
Yeah, they're offcuts off a job.
They were dirt cheap, weren't they? Like €7 a length.
Yeah.
So we're just making do. Yeah.
I think we just have to use what we've got, and this is obviously our temporary living accommodation, so we don't want to be spending banons on it. If I start crossing joints and trying to, find the perfect bits for the perfect thing, then it's probably going to cost double. If it was the main house, then maybe that's different. Picking the best parts. But now, just middle of November, end of November, Ireland, let's just get it down. It'll still look good. It'll still look good, especially if I burn it. If I burn it and latch it up.
Oh, that's great.
No.
Going down a whole rabbit hole of doing extra
let's
work.
just get it on. It's one of those things that you could spend all day faffing, trying to get, remove that one. Don't put that one there, put this one. So, like I'm doing. Can't help it.
You just said you're not going to be too particular, and you've already been particular.
I'm already doing it. That one's better.
Okay.
I'm going to try and just get one straight run, and then we can take it from there. Let's just screw it down. If you're too particular, you'll never get it done. I'm going to get the chainsaw, and I'm going to scribe it with a chainsaw. Not that I've ever done that before, but this is different. It's a big, heavy-duty stuff, so we'll try it. It'll be quick and efficient and swift, because trying to cut this with the jigsaw, wet, 1 1/8 inch thick, large, it's going to be tricky. And my big circular saw doesn't like scribing cuts, but Cheney, let's get into it. Yes. I said to myself, now for the past 10 minutes, cup of tea time, and it is. Get the last piece on. So we're cutting these notches out for the uprights on the front here, on the posts, to go around and a little bit of overhang. As you can see, my scribing, chainsaw, bit of this, bit of that. But I think it's alright.
Good.
But yeah, coming into these, like these are the post cutouts. Funny how they've all been 5 1/4. Because they've got wavy edges, it's quite hard to get a straight edge, so I've eyed it as best as I can. Find the board that's 11 inches for that, for the overhang, and you just have to do a bit of this and a bit of that to get it to.
And we've realised we just left the radio on.
Standard.
Standard.
The news. No good anyway, we'll turn it off. But yeah, I've been using a chainsaw, because you won't cut this with a jigsaw. Well, you will, but you might break your jigsaw. But yeah, chainsaw this bit and then just smack it with a chisel. Voila. I might treat myself to a nice big 2-inch chisel, a Marples one. But this is a Marples one, but it's one of my best ones for the intricate stuff. So yeah, will it fit first time? Should we have a look? Give it a little smack out. That's why I like this chisel, because it's sharp as any. But you can see how thick the timber is there. It's good stuff. Right, let's drop it in. I want it to be tight as anything, so if we do have to smack it, that's good. That's what I want. I made a scaffold board bed once, and then when it dried out in the summer, the gaps were tight in the winter and then a 1/4 inch in summer. It'll look good, but don't be judging me if this doesn't fit first time.
The pressure.
Pressure. That's what we want. That's lining in. Yep. So as you can see, it fits nice and tight, proper tight. I think I need a maul, you know, to smack it in, but that's what I want. So I'll just keep going with that and whack it home. I'm going to go and get a bigger hammer. Morning. Still a bit early. Early birds. Cats woke us up. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to finish filming with the decking because it was a nice day. I just got focused and I was just in the zone with the cutting and shaping. I thought, take advantage, but it's down. You know, I'm happy with it. I like it. and it's obviously this bit of tin is dry here, you see, and up there, so it's wet. So this tin does help. I might even maybe put some bamboo shroud there, or maybe some nice tin. I don't know. It does look rustic and nice, and it's just great being able to bloody walk up the deck. And I'll get this door needs a bit of oil in the lock, so I'll get it working again. But yeah, we actually had to have I had a little bit of time off yesterday to go to a convention, to an AA convention, because I found since I've been here I'm very, very focused on the work and the plans, and just maybe a bit obsessed with it. And that's all good. I'm very focused, but I have to also be focused on my mental health as well, because I've had to rebuild my life like a lot of other people that I've met around the world, and it is thanks to, I'm grateful to the Rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous to, I've been given that opportunity to rebuild my life. And it was bizarre yesterday because I actually did, chaired. I was asked, to chair at the convention, which was quite crazy because, I sort of disengaged a little bit away from it because I've been so focused on work, and I realised, right, there's my problem. It's important for me to stay engaged, look after my mental health, and I think that's for anybody, out there. It's you can become so focused in your work and whatever it is you're doing out there in the world, and you forget about you, and that you are important as well. Obviously the wife and kids are important, but if I don't keep my mental health in, look after it, I can become quite unwell. I did a little bit in Europe, even when I was in Greece. I was in the most idyllic places, amazing, very hot, sunshiny places, and there's me locked in a dark room inside my own head, and I don't want to speak to anybody, and everything's doing my head in, and I don't know why I feel like that. I feel like I'm angry, and it's not nice for anybody, for Rebecca or the children to be around, or anybody to be around somebody like that, a grump. Thankfully I do have a network of people in my life now that I can speak to, cry to. I rang my mate, I was in floods of tears, I couldn't even speak, I couldn't even say hello, and he was there on the end of the phone. I was choking, what's wrong, I don't know what's wrong, don't know, but after 30-minute conversation, I feel better, I feel lighter. And I think you just get that sometimes, you just get that choked up, sometimes you just want to talk or get upset. I'm no less of a man for saying that I get upset sometimes. I think everybody does, You gotta make sure that ego's not too big that you can't do that, or have the friends that you can open up with like that. I'm so grateful I've got friends, and they sometimes ring me as well, and they've got situations or issues in their lives, and I can listen. And together we all listen to each other, and we're stronger, and proper friendships. So re-engaging back here with the fellowship is massive for me. It's part of my life now. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. I've been to the gates of hell and burned my life to the ground several times in my life, without going into details, but my mission is to help other people, obviously build this house and get everything nice. We need a home base for the family, but if we haven't got my mental health, I haven't got nothing. If we haven't got my friends with me, life's all about just happiness and friendships, isn't it? It's not about paying the bills. It's about the people in your life and what's important to your soul. We're all going out in that box, aren't we? So it's what you do before that's important. So one day at a time. It's doable, and we'll see what happens today. I'm going to go and see some friends of ours and have jam and scones and some tea, and then I was going to do some work here, but it's chucking down. It's important for me to have some time off as well, instead of being hyper obsessed with the work. But I will, again, because that's how this place is going to get built quick, but I must have these little breaks and just remember to look after my soul. Otherwise, I'm a grump and I'm no good to anybody. So that's just a lot of waffle there. I don't know how that come out or if that's helped anybody. That's, I hope, in any way, great, because that's what it's all about. It's just the highlight of my life is helping people and talking and listening to people. It's what keeps me well and hopefully keeps other people well, and then they can listen to somebody else, and it just passes on and on and on. And it's nothing to do with money. It's just to do with people being people and love and friendship. So I'm going to go back in, drink some more tea, and get the fire stoked up a little bit, and then I think we're going to boogie out in about an hour for some scones. So I hope everybody's well, and thank you for everybody's support. Thanks to our Patreons, and I am going to make some little banners actually with people's names on, so you'll see that anyway coming up in the next week or so. But yeah, I'm just so thankful to the whole community out there of people, and life is good. It's not all doom, even though it can feel like it sometimes. You just got to open your mouth and speak out, and that's what I do, because I can go to the dark side sometimes, and it's not my intention. It's just I'll be the last person to see that I'm not well. So thankfully, Anyway, enough rabbiting on. The sun shall be up shortly, and I will speak to you all in a while.
Morning, folks. Well, I didn't say guys. Someone asked me, why do I say guys? I don't know. It just comes out naturally. What can I say? Anyway, I'll try folks. I probably got told off about that one as well, but anyway. What a beautiful morning. Very cold last night. I think it was -2. So it was interesting. We had the cats in. If anyone's worrying, the cats were in with us last night. So I've not slept much because they just mess about and jump all over us. Sam can sleep through anything, but I didn't sleep well. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do today. So over here by the water tank and the little trough, there's a tyre that we found in the land. So I'm going to use that and put a few little herbs in it. I've cheated, they're shop bought herbs, I confess. But I just thought it'd be really nice to have a little bit of a herb garden right outside the mobile home, static. I'm sorry, I keep calling it both things because some people don't know what I'm talking about when I say it's static. I think that's a UK term, but a mobile home. So that's going to go outside the mobile home. So I've got an access then. Sorry, the sun's right behind me, isn't it? Access then for herbs. Only the ones that tend to be a bit hardy because we are heading into winter. It might not work, they might die, but I'm giving it a shot. But I will just show you the water tank. So I don't know if you remember, a while back I cleaned that out, and to be honest with you, we have done very little with it since then. Isabella, bless her, jet washed it for us, and the trough down below, I don't know if you can see it, and she also graffitied, I don't know if you can see that, her name, well, Boo, into the water tank, the little monkey, when she was jet washing, but Boo is what we called her as a baby. Which we've sort of tried to cement the bottom, concrete the bottom of the trough so it might hold water. I'll just show you, it's starting to fill, but I do think there might be another leak in there somewhere, so we need to kind of empty that out at some point and put another layer of cement up and bring it up higher, because it's never getting past that point. But we'll get to that. But it was good because that was Isabella's work, by the way. She did a really good job of cementing the bottom of that trough. She doesn't come on camera very much, but she does help out. So that was her kind of thing. She did the trough, jet washed it, and put the cement in the bottom. So she did a good job with that. Anyway, here is my tyre that I'm going to use. Herbs. I did throw a few in last night because I was going to do this yesterday, but I didn't have time. And so I just put them there, and luckily, despite the frost, they're okay. So I'm going to roll this tyre over there, and let's see, I've got some manure left over just there by the fallen down hayloft that Sam pulled out of the barn. So I'm going to use that, and hopefully that will keep them going. Let's hope I can roll this big tyre all this way. I think it's got water in it, so I could end up getting soaked. So I think I was going to put it there, in that corner. I did check with Sam first and he said it's fine, because I did worry I'd be in his way. I will pull it back a little bit so it's not so close to the van, because when he clads it, it will drive him nuts. But yes, that's where it's going to go. So I'm going to put some cardboard underneath, and I'm going to go and grab that and then the manure. Okay, so I've got it over here, and the cardboard is bigger because I've had to use 2 sheets, so I'm going to have to cut the edges out so it doesn't look so ugly. Here we go. See what I mean? It's not very picturesque, is it? With all the pipes and the concrete. But imagine once that's cladded in wood and you can't see any of that, and then I've cut round in the summer, you know. Anyway, I hope people can see my vision. But yeah, I'm going to cut round that with, if I can find one of Sam's Stanley knives in the barn, and then I'm going to start putting the compost in. Well, God knows where he's put a Stanley knife. I can't find one anywhere. So I'm going to do it, and then when I speak to him later, you can tell me where it is and I'll just do it afterwards. Doesn't really make any difference, does it? So yeah, oh well. Let's get cracking putting the compost in. There we go. And I've got a few more things that I'm going to plant in there, but I haven't got them yet. I think that's okay. Probably everyone who's really into gardening out there is probably thinking, you stupid woman. But I was just wanting to do it with what I've got available to me. So I haven't got any kind of like garden centre type compost or anything like that, you know. We aren't buying that sort of thing at the minute because it's not important. So I was just making do with what I've got here, and if they don't work, they don't work, do they? That's just how it is. It looks a bit sparse at the minute. Hopefully it'll be better at some point in the future, and I will add a few other herbs that I use once I find them into the mix. Let's just hope it doesn't become the cat litter tray, because the cats look very interested in it. Well, that's bound to happen, isn't it? Just before we go, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's donated via Buy Me a Coffee, and also our Patreons. So thanks, guys. And also big thank you to Joe, who has been hugely helpful. He's helping us navigate the process of the derelict grant. So I know a few people have asked if we're applying for that. Yes, we are. So that process is sort of underway at the moment, hence why we can't really do anything with the house at the moment, because anything we do now will not be counted towards the grant. So it's kind of a waiting game now, but we will keep you updated on how that process goes. Anyway, we will leave it there for this week, and thanks to everyone for watching and supporting us. It means the world, and we will catch you next Saturday. Bye for now.